Good morning, students. Welcome to classes on agricultural economics. Today, we will be dealing with problems or challenges faced by agricultural marketing system in India. Moving on to the topic, here we will be discussing about 11 uh, problems or challenges faced by agricultural marketing in India. First point or the first challenge, small and scattered holdings. In India, farmers usually have small and scattered land holdings. Thus, the cost of production and cost of transportation of agricultural product to market increases, and this reduces the marketing margin of farmers. So, small and scattered holding results in reduction of marketing margin of farmers, and this is an important challenge faced by marketing agricultural marketing. Now moving on to the second challenge, lack of warehousing and storage facilities. Due to lack of warehousing and storage facilities, farmers have to sell their product immediately after harvest, or immediately when it is as soon as it is ready. This results this deters farmers from gaining better prices for their products, and the existing uh, warehousing and storage facilities in India are very poor quality, and this results in wastage of agricultural products. So here, due to lack of warehousing and storage facilities, farmers are not able to gain a better prices for their products. So this is an important challenge faced by Indian agricultural marketing system. And moving on to the next challenge, lack of transportation facility. Agriculture sector is affected by lack of transportation facility, especially farmers settled in rural areas. They lack appropriate transportation vehicles for their perishable goods, and there is also lack of linkage roads to mandis or to markets. All these issues makes farmers to spend more on transportation, and this reduces their profit margin. And the transportation problem deters farmers to get their products from rural area to urban markets. So the third important issue faced by farmers are lack of transportation facilities. Now moving on to the next issue, lack of agricultural credit. Lack of availability of cheap credit facilities and high dependence on informal credit channels has affected the expansion and modernization of agricultural productivity in India. Due to rigid norms of banking sector, farmers are forced to borrow money from money lenders. So farmers are forced to sell their products at the earliest to repay the uh, money lenders, because money lenders are charging very high prices, sorry, high interest rates. So in order to avoid heavy interest charges, farmers are selling their products at the point of production. So another important issue faced by the India's agricultural marketing system is lack of agricultural credit facilities. Now moving on to the next point, lack of uniformity in grading and standardization. Lack of proper grading facilities and standardized measures for categorization of agricultural produce weakens the bargaining power of farmers, and they are forced to sell their products at very low price. So, lack of uniformity in grading and standardization is yet another important issue faced by agricultural marketing system in India. Now, sixth point, poor handling, packaging, packing, and processing facilities. Lack of proper instruments for handling and processing, and lack of scientific techniques for packaging of agricultural products results in heavy wastage and loss to the farmers. So, poor handling and packaging expose the product to substantial loss, substantial wastage, and it also deteriorates the quality of agricultural products. So, farmers are facing heavy losses. So, here, profit margin of the farmers have been reduced. The poor handling, packing, packaging, and processing facility is yet another important issue faced by Indian agricultural marketing. Now let us move on to the next issue, lack of market information. So many villages in India are out of reach of information and communication technology. Due to this, farmers are unaware of the present and future prices prevailing in the market. So they are usually exploited by the intermediaries. So the farmers, the ignorant farmers who are unaware of the prices, they will sell their products at whatever prices charged by intermediaries. So here, farmers are exploited by intermediaries due to lack of market information. So market information is yet another important issue faced by Indian agricultural marketing. Now let us move on to the next problem, presence of large number of intermediaries. Due to lack of proper transportation, communication, and infrastructural facilities, farmers are forced to sell their products immediately after harvest to intermediaries. So intermediaries are, are buying from farmers at the point of origin. So at the point of origin, agricultural products are hand over to intermediaries. So intermediaries uh, charges a very high prices from the consumers, and they only give a very low margin to farmers. So intermediaries and consumers are connected to each other. The farmers are not directly connected to the consumer. So here, intermediaries make lot of profit as well as they resort to certain malpractices like hoarding and black market. So presence of large number of intermediaries is yet another important issue faced by agricultural marketing system in India. Yet another issue is lack of farmers organizations. In India, farmers are scattered and they usually produce individually, usually produce their products individually as well as they market their product individually. So their bargaining power is very low and their cost of production and transportation is also very high. So farmers are exploited by intermediaries. Farmers are not organized, but these intermediaries, they are well organized. And as they are well organized, they have a very powerful bargaining power. So farmers are easily exploited by these intermediaries. So lack of farmers organization is another important issue faced by agricultural marketing system. Now, moving on to the next issue, inadequate research on marketing. All the efforts of the government are directed towards maximizing the agricultural production, but less emphasis has been given on researches for developing new marketing, storage, warehousing, and preservation techniques, etc. So there is need for spending more money and more time on researches on marketing. So inadequate research on marketing is yet another issue faced by Indian agricultural marketing system. So there is also need for research on consumer demands, preferences, handling and packaging, etc. Now moving on to our final or last point, distress sale. So we usually says that Average farmer is almost always in debt. So farmer cannot wait after a long time after harvest so as to obtain better prices in future. So farmers go for distress sale. They usually sell their product at the point of origin to money lenders or to traders. So this is usually done by very poor farmers to clear their debts. So the main point is that farmers has to sell his produce at wrong time, wrong place, and at unfavorable prices. As a result, his revenue falls. When agricultural commodities are sold in an urgent manner, often at a loss due to unexpected or expected causes, is called distress sale of agricultural commodities. So usually, distress sale is done to uh, to to repay the debt. Most of the Indian farmers are very poor, and thus they don't have the capability or capacity to wait for better prices for his produce in the absence of proper credit facilities. So, due to lack of proper credit facilities, the farmers go for distress sale, and this distress sale is yet another important issue or important unsolved problem faced by Indian agricultural marketing system. Now, we have already discussed about 11 uh, problems or challenges faced by agricultural marketing system. I hope you all understood. Thank you.